Welcome to Offrame Productions. My name is Chris, and welcome to Mighty Number 9, where today we are going against Dynatron, the electric boogaloo of Mighty Number 9 bosses. Now, the game itself has shown some cool little synergies, but of all the bosses, Dynatron is the only one that I can actually name off the top of my head. Why? Because she's female, she looks cute, even if she does look slightly insane. You will see her later. She has teeth for days. Yes, all the goddamn teeth to bite you with. She's part vampire, part light bulb, all, you know, hurtful. She really hurts. No, so we've been, so Mighty Number 9 has been out for long enough for me to be able to, for most people to be able to complete this game. And pretty much everybody's already everyone's already made their opinion. Most people don't like it. Again, me personally, just to reiterate, it's like, I like this game. This game's cool. It's worth the $20, and I have no problems. So we picked up the frost weapon from our cryo, the French lady, which, by the way, you may notice, this is using the English text languages. Why? Because I changed the thing to see what it sounded like. I regret that decision immensely. I so want to hear Dynatron in Japanese or probably French, because, you know, apparently French makes everything sexy. That's my opinion, and if you don't agree with that, well, you obviously haven't been French. Anyways, yes. So we're going to the stage. The stage is actually pretty simple. Stage is pretty simple. A lot of the enemies, they're more about kind of distracting as opposed to being hazardous. There's only one area in this whole stage that I find douchey. Well, two parts of this damn stage. If you remember the first episode we came across, these things sucked, and they sucked for the sole reason that they're small. Your normal attacks don't hit areas or hit the ground. Well, with the ice thing, it kind of alleviates some of that issue, but, you know, I still had some issues, you know, trying to get them because they jumped and they suck. But I don't know if it's if there's some other, I don't know if there's some other weapons that would work better for that, but no, it just seems a little. It seems a little haphazard. Now we're about to come up to another area, made of pure douchebag, which is one of the things that I kind of feel might be one of those stupid deaths. But I also don't know that if it'll change if you come back with after beating another boss. As we saw in the previous episode, when we defeated Pyro, you know, he altered the map and changed a few things to help me with against Cryo, or at least the stage of Cryo. I wonder if there's if I go do these things in a different order, that maybe this part that I was going to come across is going to be easier. Either way, without it being boss dependent, this one almost seems like an instant douchebaggery annoyance. You know, and this one, any complaints that this part of the stage gets, it deserves. All right, there's no way I can, you know, even with my optimistic outlook, help this part. Now this part here, look, okay. You have a set distance in which you can dive. And by dive, I mean, like, you know, you're the small slouch. You have to get super duper close, right there. And then you have to be super duper precise. And right here, it's like right there. I almost died. Right there. This is like a couple times through this stage already. So I mean, it's like I wasn't too worried. And once you get past this part, the rest of the stage is pretty cake. You know, the enemies are, you don't have a lot of enemies that you don't have to really worry about. in comparison, the next stage against that we go to, which would be today's Wednesday, the Friday's episode, you'll see a much harder stage with a much harder boss actually. Now, look, okay. So the Mighty Number 9 is based. They're basing into a kid show that they're going to turn into like a series, and they're going to do a few other stuff. The puns and whatnot are like very, very on the nose. Alright, don't get me wrong. But Dynatron here, I so wish I had kept it in French. She's actually interesting. She's an interesting boss. She's not difficult the moment you figure out how to fight her. You know, but again, that's with all Mega Man bosses. That's with all, like, you know, Gutsman, Knives Man, Shadow Man, Ninja Man, Man, and Dino Man, and Starman, Clown Man. Oh, fucking Clown Man. But okay, so I was trying out to see maybe she's weak against some of this stuff. I mean, so she got frozen, kind of, but I don't really know. All right, so you don't So I'm gonna let this play out, and you guys can kind of watch this, and I'll tell you what happens a little bit afterwards. All right. So if you saw that, then you noticed that the electricity went straight towards me. Those things she shoots out are annoying. They also aim directly at you. So those things that she shoots out, if they land on you, they're stuck to you. It's stuck to my foot right now. By moving around, you get rid of it, and then you can kind of worry about it later. But you see, once you get a few more of them, you can't avoid them. You have to get it off of you. I think it's actually still on me for this one. And the moment, yeah, it's still on me. And the moment it starts going crazy, you know, I get so much electricity. But it's not difficult to not difficult to avoid. At this point, I think I've realized how to avoid it and what's causing the damage to me. You know, I know where all of her attacks are going to be. I know how to avoid them. You know how to get rid of them. And she's not too difficult. She is insane. She is the girl you definitely don't want to take home to mother. Unless your mother's cool. In which case, definitely take her home to mother. Just be very careful. Those sharp teeth are sharp. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Because as perverse as I am, and as naughty as my mouth can be, I am generally a very kind gentleman, and I am gonna get my ass handed to me by this purple-haired lady. Yeah, no. So she throws out a lot of this bullshit. I actually don't know if you could avoid that, or if you're without just shooting those things super fast. Like, you just have to get rid of them. And yeah, no, it didn't work for me. So this part you're gonna see kind of the accumulation of all the stuff that I finally know about it. This is the first time I stumbled upon this boss because I got so stuck with the laser beams. Sorry, not the laser beams, the buzzsaws early on. So yeah, since I don't have a weakness, his buster pellets are just the easiest thing to take out, or to take her out with. It does a good amount of damage, and you know she's a very predictable boss. You know, you don't have to worry too much about her accidentally hitting you. She's very predictable for as electrifying as her personality can be. Yeah, by the way, she's wearing a poncho. And she puns and zzz all the time. I'm not a fan of that. I love her design. Don't get me wrong. Like of all the Mighty Numbers, she's probably one of the coolest, and the one that I instantly got behind, just because, well, she's cute in the kind of creepy way. And you know, it's just like it just works for her. It's like, all right. So at the 50% mark, her bonus thing is that she starts shooting at the electric stuff around the walls. So the more of these things that appear, the harder and harder it becomes to dodge. I don't know, I think I just keep switching back to this because hoping it has a it has an arc to it, but it doesn't. So yeah, there's not much to say about this boss. You know, once you get her down, once you get her information down, and as long as you have an extra HP boost on the just in case, you know, this boss was gonna be probably one of the more annoying to speedrun, just because it has so much RNG with it. And I mentioned speedrun because this game, very much like all the other Megaman games, are all very fine-tuned. Like the game itself, it does exactly what I need it to. So if I want to jump and I want to dodge, I can jump and dodge because I know exactly where the enemy is going to be, and I know what I can get away with doing if I decide to make a leap of faith. And it works. These are the type of games I like. Like so when I die, it's my mistakes. Her and her little poncho. You. Those puns, not the greatest. I'll probably be sticking with between. I'll probably switch to nothing but Japanese and or French because I don't know, the voice acting in the English is, you know, bleh. Yeah, it's bleh. Either way, her weapon. Oddly enough, her weapon is actually, I found a lot of uses, especially in the next level, which we'll see on Friday. Her weapon is actually pretty useful. What it does, it shoots out a fan of her little electric things that she does at the beginning, and it shoots out electricity. Well, if it attaches to an enemy, like say a bigger enemy, you can attach it to the enemy and move around, and it'll still keep electrically charging them or damaging them. It's very useful for actually the next boss. And again, we'll see it come Friday. And now we're just kind of going through some more you know, some more dialogue. I mean, the story itself is existent. I mean, it exists. So meh. I even hate it. Like how it's like. How he even says is like, hey, don't leave with them. Actually, say something next time. And it's like, I don't know. It's a little tongue-in-cheek humor. It works, but. All right, so ultimately the story is bleh. The gameplay is, you know, tight, controls is fun. So yeah. This has been Mighty Number 9, and I shall see you guys next time. Later. Yeah, definitely. That was.